This episode of the Fiction Writers Podcast is brought to you by the Novel Notebook. With each character and each setting, hundreds of details must be compiled and organized. Far too many for a writer, like you, to keep them cataloged in your brain. The Novel Notebook provides the answer. Visit www.fictionwriterspodcast.com/novel and quickly discover how to organize your materials and take your novel to the next level. Welcome to the Fiction Writers Podcast with Lana McAra, where you will discover tips, tricks, and ideas for fiction that is #unputdownable. Here you'll find new energy, new perspectives, new resources, and new ideas that will spark your creativity into a blaze of brilliance. It's easier than you think. Be sure you visit our website at www.fictionwriterspodcast.com. While you're there, subscribe to us via your favorite network. Now, get out your notebook, tune in, and let's get started.
So what does it take to be successful? If you talk to people, you get all kinds of different things, different ideas. Well, here are some that helped me to get where I am today. My name is Lana McAra, and welcome to the Fiction Writers Podcast. Tips, tricks, and ideas for fiction that is #unputdownable. 5 qualities for a successful novelist. Well, here are mine. They've stood me in good stead for 30 years now. First of all, you're always alert for new ideas and information. So no matter where you are in your life, if you're on the job, if you're traveling, if you're talking to a friend, if somebody tells you a funny story, doesn't matter where you are, even your dreams are places to get ideas. So you capture them. You've got something nearby, you scramble, you put a note in your phone, you record yourself, or you have a notebook and you type away, whatever it is, you get those ideas. Always on the alert for ideas. I don't consider myself to be someone who can come up with a lot of stuff in the moment. Not very many people can, but I'm really good at collecting ideas. And so I put them in a binder and I save them. They are a treasure. When I'm writing a story and I need something, I flip through that journal and I find what I need most of the time. So always alert on ideas. Number 2, consistent progress. When I started writing, I had 7 children at home and I was homeschooling them. We lived overseas in the jungle. We were missionaries in the villages. And I was homeschooling my 7 children. So how did I have time to write? Consistent progress. I would write I would have 2-hour blocks of time early in the morning. I would get up at 5, write till 7 before the kids got up. And I would do that 2, 3, 4 times a week, whatever my energy would allow. And I didn't do it every day, but I did make consistent progress. And eventually I'd get a book done and then I'd start another one and then I would get that one done. And somebody asked me one time, how did you write all those books with so many kids and living in those conditions? And I said, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. You can make terrific progress if you are just consistent. And then organize. Organize. Your material is very creative, but it needs organization. Have you ever seen a movie or read a book when you got somewhere in the middle and you're like, wait a minute, what was that? I thought so-and-so did this. Oh, and then you got a page back to figure it out? Well, no, that's not what a successful novelist does. Successful novelist has their information in a place where they can get it, where they can stay organized in the story, and they can also organize their information. What do their characters look like? What does the setting look like? What is the background information and the research? All that stuff needs to be organized. If it's not, you'll get lost. Thousands of details go into writing a novel. So a successful novelist has things in order. Maybe their desk is a mess. Mine isn't very pretty, I'll say that. But I know where everything is. And when information, because that's my livelihood is information, when information comes in, I know where to put it, and I know where to find it. So organized at some level that works for you. And also, number 4, working on more than one idea at a time. I have a backlog of ideas. So during this process of being always on alert, sometimes an idea will come along and I'll go, oh, that would make a good full book. And I will capture that and put it away. Right now, I have sticky notes on one wall in my office, covering a big section of the wall, and that's my next novel. I haven't started it yet, not started writing it yet, but I have got it up there. And I also have an idea for the next one after that. So that is what I mean of always looking ahead to the next novel. And so when you send your book off for consideration, you don't sit there twiddling your thumbs. You go to the next one. You start it. And when you have to send it off to an editor, while you're waiting for it to come back, you go to the next one. And you just keep on working like that. And then number 5, always learning. There are people who know different methods than you, better marketing strategies than you, people who have connections that you need. You just keep expanding and expanding. You keep reading, you keep listening to webinars, you keep taking courses, and you just stay on it. When you are a successful novelist, this becomes a lifestyle. It's not just a fun thing to do on the weekends. It actually turns into a part of your life, and you're always learning more. Even after 30 years, I learned something today about marketing for my book. And so you never stop. And in this world, the faster you can learn, the more you can learn, the better off you will be. I hope that helps you today. My name is Lana McAra. Thanks so much for stopping by. Bye now.
Thank you for tuning into the Fiction Writers Podcast with Lana McAra, where we share tips, tricks, and ideas for fiction that is #unputdownable. Remember to visit our website at www.fictionwriterspodcast.com and enjoy even more great episodes like this one. Again, while you're here, subscribe to us via your favorite network. We look forward to seeing you next time on the Fiction Writers Podcast.